Hi everyone.
Hi everyone.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're back.
Hello, lovely humans.
We're back.
Baby. Baby.
Oh,
Baby.
Look at the boy.
How are you doing,
Look.
folks?
everyone. What are we
What are you
we
doing?
pointing at? Who are we pointing at? Is this? I want to be part of the cool
I'm
gang. Who are we
stroking
pointing
Cam's
at?
ear.
This way?
Oh, Cam's
No.
ear.
Other way,
Other way,
Tom.
I can't
I got
see
no
him.
one to pet. I got no one.
No, sorry then.
Guys, welcome to Wicked Game. We are so happy to be back again.
Feels kind of
It's been
weird
a
to be
little
back.
while, but hooray! It's been a little while, but hooray! We're today, for those of you who aren't regulars, we're going to be playing a little bit of Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. The campaign name is From the Ashes. This is around, in fact, it's not around, it's exactly session 10. I think our schedule's a little bit different now, but on Sunday, can we say this stuff? Is this okay for us to say, Nikki?
I'm
Please
sure.
now.
Why not?
Sunday, we're going to be playing a little bit of Divinity Original Sin. Whoop, whoop. Everyone's going to see how shit I am at computer games. And then next week, Michelle and I are. It is next week, isn't it?
Yeah, next Thursday.
I'm so prepared. Next week we're going to be playing. We're going to be starting Dragon Age 2. Yes. So
All the things.
Incredibly exciting.
As always, thank you so much to our absolutely rad mods in chat. Bruni Runes, Sweet Poison, Atomic Flash. They are goddesses of the chat room. So, just quickly, previously on From the Ashes, our friends, Nikki, who plays. Is this right? Nikki, who plays Cam, the Furbolg Barbarian. Is Michelle underneath me or to the side of me?
To the
side.
I'm diagonal.
Diagonal.
Michelle, who plays Nyx, the Drow cleric, and Tom, who plays Surge, the Water Genasi sorcerer. Stroke, something a little bit new. They have found themselves recently on the hunt for people who are essentially experimenting on unsuspecting people and trying to force magic into people who were not previously imbued with arcane abilities, frequently to devastating effects. This is something they understand very well because it was done to them.
Yes.
They have tracked down a house where they believe people are being held hostage and having magic forced into them in the middle of the jungle of a land called Telespia, where all of this is set. And they found their way there by following a crate of orbs. Long story, we won't get into it right now.
It's not nearly as exciting as you think.
Orbs.
Orbs.
And so when we left them, they were unpacking, they were pretending they were helping out these carriage people who were essentially just transport people delivering the orbs. They were carrying boxes into this house where this woman was like being bossy and directing them, along with her tiny little green horned friend who they have not made friends with particularly. And if my memory serves, Nyx was outside the house with the carriage people. Cam and Surge were just about inside putting the crates down. And the older, heavy-set human woman, kind of a little bit on the mucky side. I mean, not mucky, but like, you know, she didn't put her hair in rollers today. Let's just put it that way.
A little bit swampy.
You know, I don't want to be judgy, but a little bit on the swampy side. For somebody that's got a goddamn house, she's a touch on the swampy side, but the same could be said. So let's not be mean. What are your wishes right now?
I'm really sorry. I've completely forgotten how to play D&D. It's been so long.
That's fine. You can leave if you want.
I would like to win. Can I win D&D?
Yeah, you can win. Yeah. There's a definite way to win. It's with love. The woman comes in. She's got her like her staff that is sort of more like a walking stick than a staff, and she comes in and sort of starts tapping you on the ankles because she can sort of see you looking into the kitchen. Move along, out. I want to get this done quickly and then be away with you. I've got people coming.
Where would you like them?
Well, there is fine. I can deal with it once it's here. Go. She starts kind of wafting you back out the door to get the last of the crates.
I think Cam's just going to sort of like... There's more crates to get, right?
Yeah.
There's two more out there.
Cool. It's very hard to deal with this woman Nikki, having spent 7 years in retail and desperately wanting to shove that staff up her arsehole. Did you hear me try to bail on the swear word and just really sort of fall backwards into it? On her arsehole.
Arsehole.
There is no way in fucking Av's green earth that Cam will let Serge be the only person in this house, even temporarily. So he would sort of do that thing. You know when you want someone else to go first, and you sort of like, even though it's you should really just walk, he like stands to the side and sort of like puts his arm around Serge just to sort of go, no, I'm behind you in the queue. Like I'm very clearly in front of you, but like, yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Excellent. Yeah. No. I'll come out at the same time and sort of whilst I'm sort of on my way out, I think I'll look at Nix and in her head she hears there's a bargain in the kitchen. I think it's at ours. What do you want to do?
What do I want? Oh god. What do I want to do? What do we do?
The little green fellow with like ears and horns about like so big is like waddling. It's like climbed down. It was previously being kind of cuddled by the woman and has sort of come out and is like looking up at Nix with like its arms folded.
Oh, can I? Because I remember this because I reread my notes. Can I pull out the poison tani and just offer one out to it?
It like looks at you. Roll a persuasion check.
No, guys. Oh.
It looks with like this petulant little shitty face, like, you're in my house. What are you gonna do to impress me?
Oh, I see. It's Malloy. You've made Malloy. Oh, I did not roll well, folks. That's a 4 on the dice, so that's a 4.
I don't know if you remember, guys. It's a thing we used to do. Only bad rolls.
Yeah.
It's like a thing that we do. Like I don't know if you guys remember that.
Bad rolls.
It keeps its arms crossed and like looks at the outstretched hand, and kind of like leans up to have a like a sniff. Like you can see its little nostrils like wiggling to try and get a sniff. And do you like lower your hand so that it can like sniff it?
Oh god, Nix doesn't know enough about poison if it would be able to tell, but it is an animal and she would think an animal would sniff it out. So I'll pull it away. No, I'm gonna pull it away.
It's too late. It tries to kind of like snatch at your wrist, but it's too late to do it. And it kind of like looks at you for a second and goes, "Fucking bitch!" and runs.
Oh my god! Did it just run back to?
You're welcome.
Did it just run back to the woman?
No, it's sort of run. It's run and like it's. It's run into a hedge and is sitting in the foliage. Like you can just sort of see a little gap in the like the leaves where it's like its beady little eyes are like looking out at you.
God, I want to guiding bolt it so badly.
Nix, I'm serious. We have like if there are people there and we can help. Surely.
Is anyone else having this? I can't really hear Tom very well.
Every now and again, you sound like you're underwater, which is slightly fitting.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Have you got headphones with an inline mic?
Give me 2 secs.
Alright. Well, I get the gist. He was saying that there's seriously people in there. Stop fucking around with this little thing.
Oh my god, Serge was telling you off a little bit. I like it.
Yeah. So, can I do a sweep? Because I think we said last time that the boxes weren't like I can't carry them, can I? Or was I just leaving it?
Yeah, you can carry them. You can carry them. Surge is. You're probably stronger than Surge, I think. And
that's a good point. I think I am. Oh look, you get retithe. I would like to. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Yeah, I'm gonna pick up one of the boxes, and as I do, I'm gonna drop one of the tarnies that wasn't poisoned. I'm trying to trick this little imp into thinking, oh, they're all fine actually.
okay.
So I'm gonna drop like one.
Whereabouts? Just on the kind of track leading away from the house, near the carriage, or near where you know he is?
Near where I know he is.
Okay. Yeah, you drop a little chewy sweet and go and kind of make yourself look busy with one of the boxes, and you just see a long like green arm with little fingers come and take the tawny, and then you just hear.
Okay.
Horrible fucking noise.
Can you hear me better now?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Good, because I can't hear myself at all, so I apologise if I'm shouting.
No, you're good.
You're good. Was Serge basically reminding me that there's is it a boggle?
Yeah, I think I was essentially saying something along the lines of
She's got boggle. We can play boggle.
What are we doing? Like now's like a great time to if there are people down there, we can help them. We can help them get out.
Oh, okay. As I'm carrying a box in, I'm gonna whisper to Serge, or telepathically back, be like, break that box, make her come out and look at it, and I'll take a look around.
Okay. And just push the box off the cart, and sort of it sort of smashes on the ground. If that's okay, please.
Well, if you push
Am I allowed?
the box off, because it's two stacked on top, so if you push one, it won't really break the box. They're fairly sturdy boxes. You know, when you looked at them last time when you were going there, some of them are actually kind of like soldered shut on the corners for strength, because this is sort of precious stuff. So, but it does roll and it makes a clanking sound, and you just see her like hefting herself out with her walking stick, and she immediately kind of gets you on the back of the ankles with her, or she might do. Let me roll, see if it happens. Yeah, that is a 21 to get you on the back of the ankles with her quarterstaff.
I hate her so much. I really
You
hate
take
her.
2 points of damage as you just feel like this, like a little whip on the back of your like Achilles tendon. Don't do that. This is precious cargo. It's worth more than your life.
As she sort of whips the back of my legs, can I sort of just like sort of stumble and grab hold of her arm, to sort of like as though I'm kind of I've been hit and I'm in pain.
Yeah. Why don't you do an acrobatics check? She'll do like a dex off. She'll do a dexterity save.
I'm not trying to sort of like grapple or anything. I'm
No,
literally
I get
so,
it, but she
yeah.
she certainly doesn't want to be touched by the hoi polloi, so she's going to try not to if she can.
Only mediocre rolls here. That's a 16.
Well, yeah, you managed to. She rolled an even less, an even more mediocre roll. She tries to like shirk away, and you sort of like get her frail like wrist.
So with that, I know this sounds silly, but does her wrist feel like her wrist should feel? Does it feel like what it looks, or does she?
Very good question. Her wrist feels, like an elderly wrist. The skin isn't firm, and you feel the bone underneath a little bit, and it's clammy.
So there's no sort of
there's no illusion there. There's no like different discrepancy in size or whatever. Cool. And you just sort of get this faint whiff of like somebody that has slight hygiene issues.
Nice, excellent. Okay, cool. I go. I'm terribly sorry about that. Let me
get
just
off me, boy! Get
off
off me!
Okay. What are these for? And whilst I'm doing that, I'm saying to Nix, like, tell me what you see.
Yeah.
Like in your head, I'm sort of I'm trying to.
Why don't you roll me a persuasion check, because she is not interested in having a conversation with you, and at the same time, Nix, if you'd like to do either a perception or investigation, tell me which one it is so that I know how to respond.
Okay.
It was a 16 plus 5, so 21.
She regards you for a second after you ask this question, looking you up and down in your new charcoal jacket with the kind of the collar up and how well tailored it is, and your sort of interesting blue hair, and says, "What interest is it to you? Mere muscle, are you? Or are you a scholar of the arcane art?"
No, I just have a very good friend who knows a lot about glass, and I have a distinct interest in fine glassware. I was just wondering what's...
I could explain to you how this is more than mere glass, but I doubt your intellect could keep up. What did you go on your perception roll?
Dirty 20 perception.
Filthy 20. Okay. This conversation, I'm going to say this, Serge, you endure a horribly condescending conversation with this woman with like gritted teeth as she makes you feel stupid and enjoys it. And if you, Nix, are inside the main hallway of the house, this is what you see with a dirty 20. It is kind of remarkably like the house that you used to live in. There is a main corridor. As you come in, there's like a little small section. Here he is. There's a little small section. There's like a little set of hooks where there are some overcoats and hats and stuff. There's a mounted head of like an elk on the wall to your right, and then there's a hallway that connects a kitchen to your right And if it's the same as your place that you came from, it would be like the parlor or the sort of sitting room area with the kind of the nice stuff in it, and a set of like spiral stairs that go up to the bedrooms right in front of you. And you see, obviously, you see Cam. The coloring, like the decor, is slightly different here. It has more of a feel of, whereas Sicroth's place was very. He liked the finer. No, he liked the finer things, and he liked to decorate his place as if he was living in a city with like really nice patterned carpets, and like the frames of pictures were very ornate. Hers is much more in keeping with a cottage in the middle of the jungle, so it has, you know, Sicros would not have really liked to have the head of an elk mounted in his hallway. He would have found it a little vulgar. And the runner rug in the hallway is a little plainer.
Okay.
And the you know, there's a smell of not aubergines as it would have been in your house, but of cinnamon and sugar and chocolate.
Oh, that's too sweet. That's too sweet.
Yeah, it's actually quite a heady kind of smell, cardamom-y.
So if I'm like looking at these doors, I can see the kitchen, I can see the parlour, I can see the stairs. Is there another door? Because I know me and Serge came from that other door.
Well, here's the thing. If where you're facing and you see the spiral staircase go up and the kitchen and the thing there, it used to be that here, if you remember where you were, there was the bathroom, like the toilet, and there was a secret door.
Oh, okay.
Toilet that you came from. So you can't see the door from where you are now, because you're not even in the toilet area. The bathroom, the powder room, the ladies' room, whatever you want to call it. Fuck.
So I can't see that. But
you can see a door to the lavatory, but how many words which could be to the lavatory, but you don't know.
Then I think I'm gonna open it. I'm gonna open that door.
Okay. You open it. It's go. Inside is kind of dark, but to your dark vision, the sort of colorless images that you see through there, you see a kind of bench toilet with a whole I don't need to describe a medieval toilet.
No, I need in great detail.
What wood is it, Lydia? Is there a finish on it?
Sight, sound, sense, feel. I need everything.
Taste.
Smell.
Oh no.
Taste.
There is a strong odor coming from this room.
Somewhere in the nutty umami kind of cross section.
There's a real. It gets you like a jalapeno in your nostrils, and. It is essentially a wooden bench, a wooden bench with a hole in it. There's then like a little 3-legged stool with a book open next to the hole for a little bit of light reading when you're shitting your pants. And
100 facts about wombats or something along those lines, isn't it? Yeah.
Something along those lines. A single unlit candle, and a painting on the wall.
Okay, I think I'm just going to stick my head out and be like, Cam, darling, it's been ever such a long journey. I'm just going to use this lady's bathroom, and just shut the door. But like, give.
You say that out loud. I'm just going to make.
So I think sort of whilst this is happening, and as she sort of turns around to sort of move away, I'll probably say something along the lines of, in a last-ditch effort, something along the lines of, well, I'd love to continue to chat for hours and hours and hours, but I think my sinuses need a bit of a rest. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure.
I'm sorry. What?
Sorry, what?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
I mean, you fucking reek, girl.
You see her like.
And as I say that, I go, how's it going? Do you need more time?
I need more time. I'm in the bathroom. Cam's out in the hallway.
Cool.
Cam.
She like looks at you, and you begin to see like a crackling energy around her hands as she's still holding onto the top of her staff, but with the other hand she goes, "Impudent child, you come here to my home and insult me, the lady of the house." I know I'm like straddling a lot of little moments, and is Cam just standing there? What's Cam doing?
So Cam has been just inside the doorway. Cam is on edge. He's very on edge. He's going to rugby tackle this old woman.
Oh fuck. Okay. All right. So what
he's going to just full like. And just dive at this woman to make sure that she doesn't hurt Serge.
What we've got Nyx stepping into the stinky toilet.
Yeah.
We've got Serge just getting that initiative going by calling her stinky, and we've got she's only really a few meters from the front door, and she is standing. It goes Serge on the far side, her in the middle, and Cam inside the house. So Cam, if you would like to give me I'd say roll a grapple, and if you get if you get a natural 20, she can be prone.
Michelle, we're giving you that good bit of time.
Thank you. I'm loving
Okay,
it.
what I will say is this, Lydia. I know you feel like you've maybe just given up too much.
Oh. No, she's got a nat. Is that a nat 20? It's blurry.
It is. This is what happens when you buy me beautiful dice. You can't see it. You can't see it. I'm so sorry, but it.
1 second. I'm gonna use my actual class feature to make an attack and knock her prone. So fuck your save.
Oh!
Well, in which case, what I would like is this. I hear you. Let us roll initiative.
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
The dice turned on me. I was too proud.
Yeah, you were. Ain't too proud to 17.
I'm doing positively average as ever. That's a 13 for me.
Wait. I need to get a better...
Sorry to poo-poo
okay,
your natural 20, Lydia.
Roll just in case.
Cam, what'd you get?
17. Lydia, you didn't say the thing about like shedding our skin or like a mortal coil. And
I
now,
didn't, and I wrote it.
yeah, but now I'm wearing a really uncomfortable shirt to stream in, like this, or shacket, should I say? Because I always throw my overlay away when you say it.
There was no shedding in this particular thing. It was submerging ourselves in the warm spring water of imagination and dice rolling. So it wouldn't have worked anyway. Okay, so Serge, what was your initiative?
13.
And Nyx, what's your initiative?
11.
Okay.
Oh, here we go.
And I'm going to put the boggle in just in case for later. Oh, essentially the boggle would go before. 19. Okay, so the running order is. Let me also get some slightly more.
Lydia, whilst you get slightly more ominous music, can you just tell me exactly how far we are away from the front door currently?
I surely will. Here's the initiative. It's still chained to the hearth, but Boggle would go first. Cam then goes next, then it goes Serge, then it goes Nyx, then it goes Her Ladyship, along with the little green fella. And you are She was, I'm going to say, don't go into meters. I was about to say 2 meters. What is 2 meters in feet? I don't know. 5 feet
6
from
foot.
the front door. 6 foot.
7
5
foot.
foot from the door, ish.
Cool.
And yeah.
Cool.
So,
nice. Good to know.
Boggle doesn't know what's going on and is going to continue to stir something in the cauldron. I believe it just sort of waved at you, but this is...
Yeah, it's really triumphant music, which I'm enjoying.
We've already won.
Let's go with this one.
True
one.
victory.
All our music, by the way, guys, all our music is by a chap called
Ivan Dutch. We have
who's incredible, who does free music for D&D, and you can either go and request bespoke music, which I have done. It's really fucking exciting. So thank you very much for that. Just because I tend to cue it up wrong, don't take that into account. Okay, we'll go with it. This is fine.
I'm enjoying it. I love it.
It's storming the castle, but never mind. So what is it, Cam, that you're attempting to do?
I'm gonna. Well, I have a tail attack, but we're using like a two-handed reckless fist thing, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do that, or do something else. So bonus action, I'm gonna rage. The snout is gonna kind of stretch out from the face, and the arms are gonna elongate, and the fingers are gonna form claw tips.
American Werewolf in London. Yeah.
And then I'm not gonna attempt to restrain her. I'm going to attempt to hurt her.
Ooh.
All right.
So I'm gonna make 1 or 2 attacks with my claws. But
Go on, bud. Was it a nat 20?
He's back. He's back, baby.
He's back.
Oh, incredible.
And because
so
that's my
bad.
claws, I go again. Second attack. Oh, that's less exciting as an 18. 18 hits? Does it?
Oh, sorry, that's me. Yes, 18 hits.
Super. So, because we do crunchy crits, instead of rolling 2 dice, we just take the maximum possible for the crit. So it is 12 damage on the first attack and 8 damage on the second claw attack. That is my bonus action, my action.
Wait, 12 and what? 12 and what?
10. 10? 8.
12 and 10?
12 and 10. 12 and 10. I can't remember. And then I'm going to stay in the doorway. I am the doorway.
All right.
I am the doorway.
So there's
Serge, what are you doing?
Okay, so I have a prerequisite for my action. Do I remember from back when we escaped from a house that looked very similar to this? How far away? The stairs leading down into the cellar that we were kept in. How long was that journey? Was it a massive journey that we had to sort of go down and down and down and down, or was it literally a cellar?
It was literally a cellar.
Perfect. In that case, I think my turn will go as thus. I will scoot around this horrible old Tory towards the door. I will say, Cam, we have to get in. Lock the door behind us. We have to do it. Quick, lock her outside.
and just Serge running through Cam's legs.
Yeah, just, and as I do that, I'm going to cast Detect Thoughts, and specifically, I am using the second sort of ability of that.
Vastly underused second ability of that
Yeah.
fucking spell.
So
Vastly
you can
underused.
you can also use this spell to detect the presence of thinking creatures you can't see. When you cast a spell, or as an action during the duration, you can search for thoughts within 30 feet of you from other sort of sentient beings. I would like to kind of reach out my little consciousness and see if there's any detectable thoughts coming from underneath this house as I sort of run in.
Is there any rolling on my end, or did I just tell you?
I think you just tell me.
You don't get details. You get sort of like surface. You effectively get the number of people, a rough direction, and sort of like a one-word mood, basically.
I kind of almost get like a radar blip of emotion.
Yeah, you get her thoughts, which is sheer shock at the impudence. She really thought, despite you guys being fairly kind of colourful and snazzy, she really just thought that you were like transport people. And then pushing a little bit further out, you do get 2 more blips of thoughts, and both are.
When you say 2 more, because I know that there's there's her little twat friend. I'm talking
like. I'm sort of essentially what I'm doing here is I'm imagining that you are particularly good at doing this because you are very used to pushing your consciousness out to like talk to people. So down, you have the sense of 2 consciousnesses. One feels like it's asleep and dreaming, and the other is so sad and lonely. It is, in a second, it's like being stung by a stinging nettle because you remember that feeling so badly, and it is awful to feel. You also get the consciousness of the little green fella in the bushes whose immediate thought is, I can run away. and the boggles you get the consciousness of the boggle who's essentially just going, what's that noise, in his head. Okay,
awesome.
That's pretty much everything.
Perfect, thank you, that's amazing. With the rest of my movement, I guess we're being kind of a little bit loosey-goosey. I will let you.
You are taking an opportunity attack from her.
That's fine
because you've moved around her. Yeah,
not a problem.
It's not good. It's a 12.
Oh, it would still hit if I hadn't have used shield to
You're going to use
make
shield
it miss. Yeah, because fuck it, why not? Essentially.
Yeah, that's good. She kind of swings around with the quarterstaff, and it just goes clunk over this sort of magical sphere over the top of you, and you just sort of. Her face is aghast with shock at like these are magical people as well as rude people. She can't quite believe it. Anyway, so she's used her reaction.
Chain reaction of reactions. She just made an attack against someone other than me. Count took Sentinel, baby.
Okay, I forget what Sentinel does.
I love me level 4.
Yeah.
Level 4's great.
17?
Can you not be level 1 again where I feel totally in control? This sucks.
17?
17 hits.
Sick. Now that's really important because that also means her speed is now 0 until the end of the turn. End of the round.
It's almost as if
Tom knew it was there.
We're okay at playing this game.
I can't believe a couple of seconds ago you were like, I don't know how to play. You've been fucking looking at your sheet, haven't you? A lot of you have been talking behind my back. I love it.
Yeah. So with the rest of my movement, I would like to get as close to where I remember the sort of like the secret door or whatever was as possible.
You're pushing into the toilet with Nyx. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, you very much remember coming when you were freed for the first time, going up this very, very, very narrow staircase and coming out into a little kind of small toilet area.
Do we come up through the toilet?
Sorry, can we just finish off the reaction, the Sentinel reaction? Because you actually do attack her, don't you?
Yeah, I attacked her and I dealt 13 points of damage. Also, there was an additional 4 that I forgot to give her from rage damage last turn.
shit. You guys aren't fucking around. I mean, maybe she was really nice. You don't know.
This is just a little
We do.
old lady.
Okay, so that's the end of the sentinel reaction. I'm going to say with all of your movement, you can get into this room, standing next to Nyx. You're both looking at each other with like, oh God, this smells terrible.
It went wrong. What the fuck is that?
Nyx's eyes are absolutely watering. Like she's like blinking tears away. It feels like you just walked into a glass wall.
I think with sort of like free action sort of communication on my turn, I kind of go, I can feel two people downstairs. We need to go. And that's I guess that's my turn. It was quite a long turn. Sorry.
No.
Shut up.
No, I'll hear none of that. So if that's Surge's go, it's Nyx.
Nyx literally.
Surge's right next to you, kind of gagging, but saying there's two people downstairs.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Nyx literally went, right, I've got a plan. I'm gonna go. I'm just popping to the toilet, and then it's been like 5 seconds, and then Surge is there. It's like, oh God. Yeah, I think it was Nyx that found the lever for the secret door from the other way. So she's gonna like pull, if there's like a candle on the wall, did you say? What?
There's a candle like one of the like the holder ones, you know, with the like the finger ring thing. That's just sort of sat on the.
I'm taking this painting off.
The painting, as you pull it off, you realize is it's a painting of the Quasit, of the green fella holding on to a branch. It's the equivalent of the cat like hanging there picture, but with the Quasit. Like bespoke oil painting. And you pull it off, and it's just stone behind.
As a bonus action, can I just rip it off because I think Cam might like this for his room later.
Okay. Okay. All right. So now it's the lady, and she is, you know, she's not happy. She can't. She has this kind of moment where she realizes that she can't kind of move. She can't get. You're sort of blocking her way anyway, and then she sort of collects herself for a moment, and you see this in her hands. She starts like melding this arcane energy, which is gold, a gingery gold kind of light, along with black kind of stripes going through it. And she sort of she leans back and goes, "Begone!" As she strikes you with 2 eldritch blasts.
I thought it was going to straight up be banishment or some shit.
Lydia, you have advantage on the first attack. But do you have disadvantage because you're within 5 feet of me? On a ranged attack.
It's good. It was going to miss anyway. The second attack, which would be a disadvantage. God, the music is a lot.
A lot of amazing. Thank you, Ivan Dutch, for this wonderful music.
It's very Disney for right now.
19 to hit. What I just need to get the right one. I just put it
hits.
on. Okay.
Fucker. Absolute fecker.
That is 11 points of force damage as this kind of orange and black light just hits you square in the chest.
Ouch.
On one bolt.
Ouch.
And you just sort of hear her you hear her go, "Treasure, help me!" And you see Treasure running out of the bushes and into like the tree line, like away from her, and she sort of looks back and goes, "Treasure, no!"
Oh, I like Treasure more immediately.
Yeah, same.
Real Malloy energy.
Yeah.
Fuck off, bitch.
Okay, So we're back up to the top of the round, and you don't know what's happening in the kitchen because I don't think anyone's within eye line. So Cam, it's your go.
He's the pain. He's call ambulance. But not for me. I'm gonna attack her again. That's just
Fuck. That got me.
It really got me too.
glad it did. First one was a 17. The second one was a 25. So damage-wise is that's nice. Ooh, nice. 12 plus 2. No, that was 12. It's 20 points of damage.
Oh, be pleased, yeah.
I don't like that, and I've lost my pen, so I'm not counting it. I am.
That automatically negates that damage. Sorry, Nikki.
Sorry,
yeah,
I don't make up the rules.
except when you do.
Except when I do. Look at the light.
That's my turn.
Okay, that is your go. Wait a second, because I think she can. No, she can't. She can't. Serge.
Can I? So you found the lever, yeah?
No.
No.
I
You-
ripped a
you
painting
didn't?
off
Oh.
the
Found a
wall.
painting. That's
Currently,
everything.
you two
That was her
are in the
go.
world's spiciest toilet.
Yeah.
Cool. I think I'm gonna use my action to look around the turd, Brown Town, for a lever of some sort, if that's okay.
Roll investigation.
Oh, that's just what I'm good at. That was a natural 1 as well, so wonderful. With a +2, so 3. Do I see it?
You actually don't right now.
No.
Would you tell me what your passive investigation is?
Better than that, it's a 12. Still not great.
You don't see. You don't know. You got no clue.
Okay,
it's also
cool.
dark in here. Do you have dark vision? I think you do.
No. So
there would have been a
so-
disadvantage anyway. So
Cool.
you're sort of struggling in here. The
There's
light
just a
that's
lot
coming
of
in.
smell.
It's mostly smell, is what you're getting.
Yeah.
Okay,
Cool. In that case, I think I'm gonna
That's your
sort of
action.
I think I'm gonna sort of say again to Nyx, it went wrong outside. I'm very sorry, but we need to sort of try and get downstairs as quickly as possible, so that we can help them. And then, ignoring Nick's sneezing a lot, I will sort of turn back round and say, Cam, can you shut the door and barricade it if you can, do your thing, shut the door. That's my turn. I can't really do much else.
That's your go because Nyx, what's your go gonna look like?
Responding to that, Nick's just going to look at Serge in a kind of exasperated, I'm trying, a kind of mood, but he can't see her face. So I'm just, can I do some sort of either investigation or perception to look around?
You can do an investigation, I think.
Lydia, I just want to say,
Yeah.
I will love you if there's nothing in this bathroom and these guys have spent 4 collective turns so far poking around in the spicy latrine.
Yeah. Oh my god. This dice rolled really well for me, but it's like just rolling 4s now, so that's a 7. As I would like to say my passive is 18 though.
Okay. you
It's better.
You're like feeling the walls, you're trying to find like a little edge, you're trying to sense a change in like the texture of the wall, because you remember that the secret door was actually magically a secret door. So it was like made out of a different material, but it was made to look like stone in your house.
Yeah.
So you're running your hand along the stone to try and feel that change in texture, and it all just feels like stones. And you're even like lifting the lid on that fucking toilet in case you're having to like climb into the latrine in order to get through. And all you get is like a fucking Beyonce video of fucking terrible smell. What I'm going to say is this. I'm going to be kind. Your passive perception is your passive investigation is really good. You did say passive investigation, right? It was 19. Here's what you get with a passive investigation is you're looking, and then you stand back and just do that thing of like, this is not the same toilet as our toilet. You only passed through that toilet one time, but you're standing here now and you're trying to remember what it was like when you ran through it on that fateful night. And this toilet is bigger. This room is bigger. And that is your go.
Okay.
It is the lady's go. She is going to please, Cam, will you roll a wisdom saving throw for me?
Right.
Has he rolled it? What's go? Is he just refusing to? Wasn't he?
Yeah.
I'm going to use the dice that chat, I think specifically Sweet Poison, helped me pick the colour for as I repainted it on stream.
Come on. Big money, no whammies.
Saving throw.
Yeah.
17.
Oh. If it's higher than that, then I'm truly scared now.
Yeah.
She picks up her staff and sort of holds it near her and you see her speaking some words, and you feel in your mind this word in your like encroaching into your thoughts, and it is a moment when you remember this sensation. You remember the voice of Sikros saying, commanding you to do things, and as you hear her voice in your mind saying move, you just go, no, I'm not that person anymore, and you shake that command away.
Narrative rolls.
Fucking damn you.
Oh, love it.
And I think what can this bitch do?
This dice has done just incredible things for me this campaign.
It has. You haven't. You get
I'm sort of
Yes, you fucking dancer. It's the green. It is the green.
Okay, well that's our go. Next up, just the little treasure is not visible to anybody, so it's top of the room again. You don't know what's happening in the kitchen. Cam, it's your go.
Let's go.
Trounced.
Cam, just pure fury is going again.
Come on.
Oh, that's alright. That's alright. That's a 22. First one. Second one is a 19.
Yes.
Claws, baby. I will take that every day of the week.
Take that in a heartbeat.
Yeah, that's the southerner in me. I'll take that any day of the week. Absolutely. I won't be mad at that one. 8. I mean, that's every character I've ever fucking made.
Yeah.
22 points of damage.
As you is this your claws again?
Claws. It's all claws. I'm not putting this
as you're
musty
kind of
bitch in my
slashing at
mouth.
her, she's trying to bat you away, and you see as she's trying to bat you away with her like long spindly hands, you see she sort of points at you as she does it, and these bright orange and black flames lick up your arms as you scratched her. Can you make a dexterity saving throw for me, please?
I can, and I'll do so at advantage thanks to danger sense.
Terrific. Oh.
Can you do it for danger sense?
Yeah. Advantage on any dex saves against that I can see while not blinded, deafened, or incapacitated.
Sweet.
Michelle, you're on my side. Natural 20.
Just had to make sure.
Okay, well, in which case you take half damage from the hellish rebuke at 17. What's half of 17? It's like
8.
8. Thank you for the mathematicians out there. So that's 8 fire damage, and that's Cam's go. If that's Cam's go.
Yep.
Up next is Surge, and Nick's your on deck.
I think it's been a little while since I last saw Cam. I've sort of tried to get him to sort of come so that we can kind of all be together in this a couple of times. I'm gonna sort of run out. I'll probably see the sort of like the after effects of this sort of like burning up his arms, and
he's just rippling with flame.
And yet again, as ever, my eyes go sort of like inky black, and my hair starts to float, and I point at the woman and say, I think it's time that you pay for what you've done, and I would like you to make a wisdom saving throw at disadvantage because I'm gonna burn 2 sorcery points.
Level 4. Love it. Powerful boys.
What saving throw, sorry?
Wisdom saving throw.
That's a 21.
Is it at disadvantage?
Yes.
Seriously? Fuck.
Yes, I'm quite pleased with those rolls.
She
you.
does have proficiency as a warlock, so.
Oh, ouch. Okay, cool. In that case, success. You take half as much damage. Okay, cool. Well, it was vicious mockery. I was trying to get her to fuck off. Much like you right now, Lydia. That's a 6, a 2, and another 6. So that's 14. So 7 psychic damage to that sketty bee.
You just see, like, in her eyes, blood sort of starts to brim like they're tears, and she sort of blinks it away as she doesn't quite take the full damage, but she still has that kind of rim of red around her goopy eyes. Okay, well that is Nix. It's your go.
It's my go. I've been sat here the whole round going, what the fuck does the room's bigger mean?
Does it mean that Surge's water tank was the equivalent of a septic tank?
Yeah.
Surge lived in the septic tank.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
But I haven't found any secret doors. Can I look at the floor? Like, when I did my investigation, did that include the floor and stuff? I'm thinking maybe it's a trap. Yeah.
Yes. I'm gonna sort of.
Then I'm gonna cast See Invisibility on myself as an action. And having a quick look around. If I can't see anything, I'm gonna go out because I'm worried about my boys. I've heard Cam screaming or yelling.
looking in the room with your invisibility, you don't see anything different to before. You run out. The first thing that you see is the boggle is like straining against its manacles, trying to see what's like going on, and sort of sees you and like shimmies back. You can like hear the clanking of the manacles, and just like puts its hands up, as in like, I'm not doing anything. You just see it's dropped its ladle, which is sort of and you kind of see the boys standing next to each other, like jostling, and her on the other side. You've done your action.
Done my action.
You've done like about half of your movement, I'd say.
Yeah.
Is that you?
I'm just seeing if I can do anything as bonus action. No, because I'm going to cast a spell. Can I look at the boggle?
What's your passive perception?
21. I'm observant, baby.
Well, you guys. I guess I would have passive perception, because it would have been another action to have like looked in this new area, but passive perception is passive perception. And with a 21, immediately opposite you, where in your house there was like that's where the coat rack was, like in the opposite thing, and here you see a very plain wooden door, and you don't remember it when you ran around without the see invisibility. So there is a magically hidden door right in front of you in the hallway.
Okay. I don't think I have anything else left. I won't take the hits, but I'm just gonna go and put my hand on the handle. If you know what I mean. Like, yeah,
there's no handle, but you put your you could put your hand on it, and you definitely feel the edges of it. You feel that it is like rough hewn wood in comparison to the rest of the wall. So that's your go.
Yeah, that's my go.
Invisible door is the lost Hogwarts house.
And she looks at you both and goes, "Oh, you want me to off, do you?" And you hear this huge booming noise, and she is gone. I would like you both to do dexterity saving throws, please.
That was okay. Yeah. One of them was a natural one, but thanks to advantage, I got a dirty 20. A Daniel Bedingfield.
I got a 16.
16's enough. You both take half. But
I don't want to take any damage.
You hear this sound is terrible, and Nix, you feel the wall. You've got your hand to the wall, and you feel everything about the house shaking as this thunderous noise ricochets around the house. You even see a little bit of like mortar coming down as this thunder damage ricochets out. That's good damage.
Be less good.
How you doing, bud?
It's 22 hard to 11 for each of you.
Well, that's not the first 11 I've taken.
Gone.
Ooh. Nice.
That's her go. You don't know what Treasure's doing. Top of the round. Boggle points to the door and nods.
Can I just give Boggle a little thumbs up?
Give him a bit of the Tani.
Oh shit! It's the
and as he does that, you just start to see like black liquid like leaking off him as he's like smiling at you with the thumbs up. Yeah, Boggles, they leak a lot. Bless their hearts.
Right.
Oh, he's getting excited again. Sorry, he always does this when he gets excited.
The perfect person to employ as a chef. Somebody that exudes a black sticky tar. It's your go.
So she's gone.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't see her anywhere.
No.
Not with my dog eyes.
I mean, you can use your action to really have a look.
And you could also suggest something less ridiculous.
You could also fuck off.
Cam is gonna run in, just kind of take stock of the situation, and he's going to rip the chains out of the wall that's attached that Boggle is attached to.
As you're doing that, the Boggle is like holding on to your leg because it's like a little bit like scared. But you pull it from the wall. Can you roll an athletics check for me?
Fucking 19 on the dice, Lydia. Piss your wall. Absolutely fuck your wall with a 25.
You in fact take a bit of the mortar. You take a bit of like the stone out of the wall as well. So now it's the Boggle. I'm not going to lie to you. It's going to be slowed because it's carrying this chain and a little bit of stone on the end of it. And you've got a little bit of like a black kind of smear on your leg, but it looks at you with these enormous like grey eyes, huge like look of thanks.
And then I just want to pivot. I want to make sure I've got eyes on Serge and Nyx. I don't want to be more than sort of 5 foot from them at any moment.
Okay, well you are approximately 15 feet away from Nyx, and you're about 15 feet away from both of them because you're in a whole different room.
Cool.
to both of them.
I will be heading there when possible.
Okay, cool. So it is Serge and Nick. Nyx, you're on deck.
Okay, cool. So with my action, I would like to concentrate and feel for any presences. I have a horrible feeling that she's going to be downstairs, so I'm specifically going to be sort of like thinking and trying to feel any more presences down below us now. That has to be my action, but I'll do anything else that I'm thinking of doing once I have that information.
I'll do anything.
Why don't you? Because I want to set a dangerous precedent. Why don't you roll like an additional sneaky arcana to see how finally you can tune like the placing of it?
It's detect thoughts. It's a concentration spell, so I can continue to. It's
the same one from before.
Yeah, it's from the same detect thoughts.
But does the spell say that you can pinpoint where those things are exactly?
It's not an exact thing. To my knowledge, it's sort of just like a radar, like that general.
Sorry, bear with me 2 seconds. So it says I can detect a creature. My assumption of that would be like being able to like. In the same way as like sonar, you can sort of detect like a destination. I don't know whether that is
here's the thing.
Rules as written, but
I don't think that's what the spell is saying. However, I would like to offer it to you with like a secondary arcana roll just to see how well I think you specifically, more than anybody else, would be able to do this with all of your other abilities. But I do want an arcana roll to go with it.
Very kind of you. Thank you very much. That was a 16 plus 2, so 18.
Plus 2 is 18. Okay, here's the thing. The two ones, the one that was, there's the one that's desperately sad and lonely. There's the one that previously was dreaming and now isn't. It's frightened. And then her kind of brain signature that you before was like impudent is now very much like you can't tell the thoughts, but she's got a plan, and she is sort of not quite really down, but she's partly down, and she's on the other side of the house essentially. So let's say this: you were sort of 5 foot outside of the house, facing away from the house. And now, if you kind of go like this and down a touch, that's where she is.
Don't love that. Do not love that. I say exactly, or sort of like not, obviously as much as I can say in the destination kind of. I sort of say she's down there
over there. I'm kind of worried that that she might be sort of trying to damage the people down there. We have to go. Have you found the door yet, Nix?
And next is your go.
It's my go. Yeah, Nix is like literally like hands on to you, I guess, is a wall. Can I open it? Is it an action to open this door, or do I need to look for?
It's not going to be an action. It'll be a free action because you can see it. You can kind of if you push it hard enough, you can work out there's like a little latch. You kind of put your fingers through, and there's a little latch, and you push it through. And you are now in an extremely tight little corridor that's made even tighter by like in the parlor. There is, as it was in your house, there's a big hearth, and there's kind of like the bowing of where the chimney would be, which makes it even tighter. But you can see a door right at the end. If you go down the steps, you can see a door. So we had like I had a really cool map, and we were going to use Foundry, and we're not using it now. So Lydia's having to use brain skills that she doesn't. She has only small brain skills.
You're doing great,
but if you go down those little tight little stairs, you see another door at the end of the stairs.
Then I will just turn to Cam and Serge, not necessarily say anything, but I think they understand if they see me open a secret door and go down it. So yeah, I'll just give them both a look like this is it. And then Nix will run down the stairs.
It's only about 20 feet.
Okay, so I can get to the bottom.
To get to the bottom of the stairs. So you've got enough. You've definitely got enough movement. You've even still got an action.
Yeah. That's what I was just thinking. I've got an action, but I'm just wondering. Were either of you guys looking really hurt?
I wasn't.
Cam was looking pretty rough.
I mean, I don't know how well it translates to like a visual.
That's what I mean. If
especially
you're
when
bleeding
he's
a
all
lot, then
he's all doggy and
okay.
and
Then
It's got a little bit of a smolder coming off him from the hellish rebuke. But
can I try and open this door?
Yeah, you go. You put your hand on it. You pull it back, and what you see in front of you is brick, and you hear as darts come out and pierce you. That's a bad description.
Lydia.
So, can you
stop it.
please make a dexterity saving throw, Nix?
I can.
It's almost as if she doesn't want people to find this room.
Only good rolls, guys.
Oh, mate!
You don't. In fact, what happens is you open the door, you hear the noise, and you don't even move. You were really expecting a corridor, and you have 4 darts. I mean, and I say darts, but they are essentially wooden splints, jagged, rough wooden splints. Just one like in the side of your temple, one in your neck, and 2 in your body, and you take 16 points of piercing damage as you have these like little kind of things, and not little. They're medium.
Yeah. Okay.
Mechanically, they're medium. They're the size of a human.
They are. They take up a 5-foot diameter space.
Yeah, you got some grubby wooden splints sticking out of you, and you just shut the door again.
Yeah, I shut the door. Do I still have my action?
Fuck it, why not? A door's a free action. Yeah.
I just want to cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Yeah. Just a little quiet moment to yourself where you go, and as you cast Cure Wounds.
Yeah. I heal for 8, so I heal half of that damage.
almost like you had to use a spell slot to do the save from it.
So
Cool. Okay, well that's your go.
So just so I know exactly, so I opened this door, ran down it, there was a door, and this is what it. So I'd be like, it's not down here, right? Oh fuck. Okay. All right.
You don't know.
Do you still have see invisibility on as well?
I do because
Presumably.
it just lasts for a minute. So
Okay. So she doesn't see anything with see invisibility.
it lasts for an hour.
I'm gonna say she's done so many free actions. I can't quite like give her a full scan down in this dark little thing.
I just stand
so that's
there,
next.
and that's my go.
Serge, is your thing is still up? How long does it last for?
A minute. I've had 2 rounds so far. 3 rounds. Sorry.
Here's what happens. You continue to get this surface thought of like she definitely is a woman with a plan, and then the one that was scared suddenly changes its feeling of like anger, and you narrative rolls and you get a natural 20. Do 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 do. And you feel her anger. Nix, where you're standing, you suddenly hear this horrible scream, and I would say probably the boys hear it as well. It's loud enough that it can be heard. Like, and under the ground, you hear this terrible scream from the old lady. It starts off like this terrible shriek that absolutely comes from the guts, and then you hear this weird gurgling noise, like it becomes wet, she just keeps screaming for her like full 6 seconds. That's that. Because we don't know, Boggle.
Boggle is a free elf.
Boggle picks up his chain and like starts running forward, puts its hand up, and you see the door. Suddenly, inside the door, you see a different kind of image, and as it runs through the door, it just disappears. And dimensionally, like is gone somewhere else, and then again, it's the door frame essentially used the door frame as a rift into a different space.
I have the cutest little fucking image of, because the way you held the like bit of mortar and the way you put your hand out was like the tiniest fucking running back in American football, just like
huge feet, tiny little legs, massive head. And it just leaves behind these little gooey footprints as it goes somewhere different.
That wasn't, so it's not like an illusionary wall. It just fucking yeeted itself into another space.
I would say.
I don't know.
No, you do know because you've met a Boggle before. They something that Stickcross was always trying to prevent it from doing, and sometimes your Boggle used to get chained up as well, is because they have an ability to turn any like frame, it could even be under the bed, into a dimensional rift to move like 30 feet into a different space.
Is there a Charmed episode about Boggles?
Yeah, they're based on the Boogeyman. They're just based on Fey Boogeymen. Boggles are my absolute favorite. I would die for them every day of the week. Okay, so Boggle done. It's Cam.
What's the door that Nix just went through made out of? The door at the top of the stairs.
Well, what you saw is like the illusion is still there, but it's not as good now.
What if I put my hand
somebody's
in it?
passed through it?
Well, if I put my hand,
then it will pass straight through because the door is open.
What's the door made of?
Wood.
Sick. Cam is going to attempt to rip this door from its hinges.
Uno momento. The door that you come up against is the door that was being magically hidden. Nyx went through that, down some stairs. The door that she opened in order and then got hurt is way down.
No, I'm talking about the one on top of the stairs.
Okay, cool. You just rip it off. Let's. If you want to do it as an action, then just do an athletics check.
His cam, he's no trap. He's no more doors. So I'm gonna rip the door off the handle and head down the stairs towards where he's just heard Nick.
What was your athletics check?
Oh, it's fucking 24.
Yeah, that's good. Do you just sling it to the ground as you go down the stairs?
I take it with me.
Okay, you got a door. You got it. It's not big. It's not well made. It was always
It's not
meant
big
to be
and it's not clever.
done.
That's property damage.
But you've got a door with some kind of jaggedy hinges, on the side. No door handle, but if you've got some good planks. Some good wood there.
So I can. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use the planks to make a crafting table. Then I'm going to use that crafting table to make myself a diamond sword, and then.
This is not Minecraft, sir. Okay, well you can't really get right to the bottom because this is so narrow and Nyx is there. And Nyx, you like turn around and you're still like got blood dripping down your face, and you just see Cam like really awkwardly trying to pull this door down through this brick. He's so big in this space anyway, and it's just like this is an absolute disaster waiting to happen.
The worst bit is my rage ends as I like get to the end of his turn. So like you just see Cam's face just go as it like morphs back to like normal Cam as he like drops in Nyx in pain. Oh.
Cool. That's Cam. It's Surge followed by Nyx.
I mean, I'm gonna follow
Dog Hawk.
my friend down into the invisible tunnel. I think. And
the lot of you are crammed into this little tunnel.
Excellent, wonderful. I hope this is the right thing to do. And as I do that, I think I will. The dancing lights. No, they won't. No, I won't because it's a concentration spell. I think I'm just gonna be down there and like fumbling around, trying to sort of like hold onto something that is either Cam or Nyx. Kind of like, guys. Have you found anything? I can't see anything.
You put your hand out. There's a door like horizontal.
Yeah, you get
about 3 foot in the air. You're like.
You start trying to open a door that you can feel, and you just keep feeling Cam on the other side of it. It's really confusing. So there is, you're all squidged in, and it is. That screaming is still going, and. You just keep hearing the screaming, and you start to, I'm going to say this, Nyx, you can probably hear it best because you're the nearest to it. You can hear flames, the crackle of fire, and you can also hear thunk, thunk, thunk. And the screaming is dying down now, in a kind of like the Wicked Witch of the West at the end of the Wizard of Oz. No, no.
How is she not dead yet?
How is she not dead yet? So, have we done Nyx? Have you had your go?
No, it's now my go, and I'm very
But now your go.
confused because I opened this door and I got shot. It was a brick wall and I got shot.
There's a fireplace in this room which makes the room abnormally small.
No.
There's a fireplace in the sitting room, and it's sort of like the chimney stack makes
So
it small.
next to the chimney. Is she in the chimney? I feel like everyone knows what's going on and I don't.
It's so confusing. I'm so sorry.
Okay, no, it's fine. I feel now like Nyx is stuck at a dead end. Can I investigate this door? Is it like the door from House Moving Castle where like you have to change the dial and it opens somewhere else?
That would be so cute. I'm not that cool. I'm gonna say fair's fair. Passive
Lydia,
investigation.
Fuck off.
Investigation.
Fuck off. I'm rubbish, and I will not have anyone disagree with me.
Bradley.
Stop
the door that
insulting yourself.
The door that you opened was right in front of you, which was so much the obvious choice. But now that you look exactly to your right, which was difficult to see because the chimney, that kind of chimney stack was sort of concealing it. But now you look, and there is just a door that is even just slightly blowing in the wind, like to your right. But that's only with like, you sort of see that there's a kind of illusion magic right here.
Now's my time to shine. I rolled a nat 20 on my investigation. Let's go. Nyx understands everything. She knows this house like she built it.
Okay.
She can see
you
colours.
Have now an extremely good concept, because you just see through with that natural 20 investigation. You're seeing the door, a bit of a breeze, pull from the heat on the other side of it, pulling the door out a little bit, and you can see through, the crack in the door where the hinges are. You can see a corridor where in your house was on the other side, and in your house there were 4 rooms. In this one it's a corridor with 6 rooms. Some of the doors are open, some of them aren't. And what you see is in the middle of the corridor is like this flaming lump, and silhouetted in front of it is this slender frame, like looking, that has a hand axe, and it's just going thunk, 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 as the screaming is like dying down and finishing off, and she's just like in a frenzy finishing off the lady. The flaming lump is how I refer to the lady. So
just to clarify, so the screaming it sounded like the old lady that we've been fighting.
Yeah, I was trying to do it vocally, but it was how it started, and then it kind of became wet and gurgly, and now it is just sort of dying down into the flame, and the thunking is her with a hand axe just on into like, not caring about the flames licking up her arms at all, just like fucking going at that mass, making sure that it's really gone. And to you, even with a natural 20, she's really just a silhouette, but it's a tall, slender figure in a dress, in a simple dress. Kind of, that's the silhouette that you can see. You can also see 3 of the doors. There'd be other 3 that you are literally, even with a natural 20, your eye line wouldn't be able to see it. And 2 are shut and 1 is open.
Okay.
You still have a bonus action, you still have your movement.
Okay. Oh, goodness me.
Tom, are you drinking iron brew?
Even better, Tizer.
I'm going to move into the room.
Yeah,
and,
easily done.
I don't want to startle her, but also I know the panic, so I'm not going to say too much, but just be like, that way to get out. Is there anyone else down here? And then I'm going to move to one of the doors that's closed.
She whirls round, still with it like in her hand, and she just like looks at you. You can see like the hair on her arms is like smoldering, and you see now that you're a little bit like closer, she is a beautiful elven woman with like dark hair that is dirty, and her dress is dirty, and she just kind of goes, stay back, and she points then to the door here, and the fire is starting, because it was magical fire, you assume, is starting to like die down, and you've spoken to her. I think you still pretty much still got an action. There's like a chest just to your right in the hallway, and yeah, the from where you are, you're looking down the corridor. This door is open, and she's pointing to the door that's just here.
I'll go to that door that's I've kind of got my hands up, but I'm sort of hoping she can feel a kindred spirit of like, I understand, and I'll just go to
roll persuasion with advantage. She's like breathing really deeply and like looking at you, trying to work out what the situation is.
I've never seen so many people disappointed to see a tall, sexy elf lady.
She a beat down here, guys. That's a 13.
13. Yeah, she kind of turns back and starts like shoving the body out of the way, like back into the room that which has the door open, like rolling this lump, which is now essentially just charred flesh. Like there's nothing really left to it. It's really burnt up. You look in. Essentially, the door has bars. It's very similar to the cell that you were kept in, and in it you see a wooden kind of, not bed is right, but it's like at an angle, and somebody strapped onto this angled plank. It is a small-sized figure of a girl, very greasy, like tons of blonde, greasy hair, like face to the side. And she is wearing a long black dress. I mean, long for a little person. That's what you see.
Is it a similar black dress?
What, to yours?
Yeah.
It is not. It's similar in the sense that it's not. Not really.
No,
it's
that's
not
fine.
got the same neckline,
Yeah,
but
yes.
it's. You see the parallels in the fact that both these women are being kept in. You know, they're not like.
Does it seem
not
more
being kept in
similar for
hot
purpose?
outfits. Similar for purpose. Do you
Does
mean?
it seem like it's similar for purpose, not similar in like actual like design or material or anything?
What they're wearing, the elf was wearing like a brown scrappy type of thing, and hers just happens to be black. But you can't help but to immediately see a similarity between you and her. Her hair is really long, although it's not, plaited up. She's like cousin It on the fucking thing. I think you've done an action now because you've persuaded.
I've done a lot. That feels good. Thank you.
I put Elf in the initiative, and she is like kicking this thing and moving it, and she's absolutely exhausted, and like for 1 second like has to hold on to the door and is kind of woozy with it, and then turns around to see more people like in the hallway, and goes, what the fuck is going on? And that will be her go, I think. She's moved. She's like rolled this bit of large coal into the room.
Also, just from earlier, Flaming Lumps is my favourite Flaming Lips cover band. Is it my go?
It's your go.
He's yellow. He's chamomile. He's here to help. There is no more doors for you. You can go. And then just kind of like put the door down. Like he's like stripped from the thing on the floor. It's like his chamomile is here to help. There is no more doors for you. You can go. He's no trap. He's okay.
She just is still quite. I mean, if you want that to be your action, you can roll for persuasion.
I honestly think I wouldn't mind having a look around, but I think honestly, like seeing this woman in this person, in this condition, I think I'm going to do my best attempt at a persuasion.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, I'm just not good at it. I'm good enough
almost
though.
Almost as if you're good at other things.
Like rolling fucking dice, boy.
What was it? Is it a natural 20?
Natural 20.
She.
Oh no.
You just see her shoulders like go down for a second, and she turns back and looks at the lump, the smouldering lump, and spits on it and goes, I think we need to leave. Earlier today, she said the people will come in and...
Is anyone else? Is they trapped here? Is it just the two of
I
you?
don't know. We could never talk to each other, but she didn't feed us for days, so I don't know if any of them will still be alive.
He's go to the kitchen. He's gathered the food. We will get the people, and we will help you go. His please eat.
Okay. She takes a pause there. Serge, it's your go, and then it's Nick's after.
I mean, I'm sort of like groping around in a dark corridor at the moment. So I think I'm going to call out to everyone else and sort of say, "Is it done? Is it all over?" Or
we kind of loosely come out of initiative, actually, if you like. It feels like we're not. Yeah. So yeah, you hear the voice of Serge calling, saying, "Is it done? Is it all over?"
There's a girl stuck in here. I think the old lady's dead. At a quick glance.
He's find more. I will let her out. I'm gonna rip open the fucking door that's holding this.
This one will be much harder because this is a cell.
I will rage to do so, but before I do so, Cam's gonna look at the hatchet elf and go. He's okay. I need to do this to help the lady in here. Don't look, please.
She turns away and kicks the lump some more.
Yeah, and then he'll like rage and try and rip the door off its hinges.
Don't look at me, I'm a doctor.
Don't look at me. Don't make me rage.
Fucking.
Don't make me...
This
Another
dice.
Fuck.
This dice.
I love it.
Don't hate my dice. It's a
I'm
blessed
just
dice.
jealous.
Give it to Michelle, she rolls like trash.
Yeah.
But we've gone through this because my fox die are incredibly blessed. Michelle has tried them in many campaigns and they've done her no favours. And I've tried them again since and they love me.
Yeah.
I have like 4 or 5 sets of dice which just... Oh.
You put one hand through like the barred hatch and the other with the claws that are kind of coming out. You dig it into the wood, and you like howling. You pull it off the hinges, and it takes a second to like sort of sticks to your claws, but then it's like dumped out on the ground. And Nyx, you're sort of standing just to the side. So while he's trying to get it off his claws. You see this girl who is just slipping in and out of consciousness on the kind of wooden board.
I'll run over like as soon as like there's space for me to get in. I'll run in and I'll do like a quick check, and if it looks like she needs a cure wounds, I'll throw cure wounds at her.
Cool. It's not going to be a full medicine check because I know you want to save for being able to heal her, but like just roll a medicine so I can know how much to tell you.
Okay.
Bearing in mind I know what your passive investigation is like as well.
26. I'm good at medicine.
There's a lot that you notice about this. I'm hoping that I'm not glitching out too much because I'm being told that
Lydia, you're fine.
You gently part some of the just huge amounts of hair, and you see where her dress is like different to yours. It's a little bit more low cut, and you see this old scar that's been carved into her chest that just says dangerous, and she is painfully underway. You see the ribs pumping through her skin. Her face is extremely drawn. She has her eyes just for a second flicker open, and her eyes are this pale purple, like it's a shock to see in all this grimy skin and the circles under her eyes. And she has no shoes, and like looking at her feet, she has like a couple of toes missing, and the where the toes used to be is a real like mess of not looking after the wound. It's a bit infected, and when you touch her skin, it's like she's running a terrible fever and underweight. So she is right on the edge of just passing away from being in like a shit shape.
Okay, then I'm gonna cast a Cure Wounds as kind of a stabilizer kind of thing, realizing that this is probably going to take a long time to look at and heal, and we don't have time. Cam, can you carry her up to the cart? I need to take a proper look at her, and I'm just going to see if I can talk to her and just be like, "Hi, can you tell me your name? I'm Nix. I'm going to get you out of here. Okay, it's all going to be okay." And then I'll help Cam like scoop her.
Yeah, I'll pick her up.
As that healing moon energy sinks into her, you see her eyes open a little bit again, and she fixes them, she focuses them the first time and looks at you, and she mumbles some it's not really coherent words. I'd say, Cam, with your strength and the residual bit of rage before that runs out, you're able to just yank the kind of the constraints off her, lift her up, and start to like carry her out. In amongst some of that mumbling, you hear that she calls herself Hannah.
Sure, I'm chamomile
Hannah. She just, her head is lolling a bit, and then she kind of puts it against your chest. It's strange. She's literally got so much fucking hair. It gets caught on everything as you go out. Like it's sort of difficult. It's not easy.
Cam will carry her the same way he'd carry a sleeping surge, like head on the shoulder and like arm under the butt, like.
Like how I carry Malloy a lot of the time.
Yeah. Whilst this is going on, I think I will have sort of brought the dancing lights out to the end of my sort of hair, and I'll have sort of like popped into the room slightly just to sort of take a little look around. Is the elf still sort of there next to the body?
The elf is still, the elf is sort of in the doorway. If you go near her, you'll see her like tense up again. She is in like something semi-feral about the fact, like the adrenaline that's pumping through her from killing her captor, and you sort of know not to go too close to her. I'll allow you to kind of.
I think I'll kind of sort of. Yeah, I think I'll kind of basically just sort of like put my hands up and say like, and go kind of like, not close, but like as close as I can to sort of like speak softly to her and say, look, I'm not going to say it's okay, because I know for a fact that it's not, but it's this part of your life is over now. We came from a similar place to this, with a similar despicable creature that was that had us trapped in a very similar way, and I'm glad that you got to give her even an iota of the pain that she dealt you. But we're here to help, I promise. My name's Serge, by the way.
I'm Lynette.
Lynette. It's good to meet you. Listen, Lynette, you said that she had said that they were coming. Did you hear anything more than that?
I couldn't really tell, but I think at first I thought she might have more like us, as there is space for more. But she didn't get the cells ready for them, and I think they were coming today, so I don't know. Maybe they were. I don't know. But I know it'll be a few. And can we go?
Yeah, of course. Cam, could you help? This is Cam and Nix. They're like me, like you. They came from the same place. We escaped together. They're good people. Can you help take Lynette up, please? Am I right in saying there's a chest down here?
Yeah, there that corridor, like there was like a chest place fairly soon after you like come into that corridor area. The net for the time being just kind of stands there, sort of watching. She doesn't immediately move, but she sort of nods to the people she's being introduced to. She has large green eyes, a wide mouth, that brown dress that I described that's too big. It keeps like flopping off her shoulder, and she keeps like pulling it back onto her shoulder. Yeah, there's a chest. Now that you're kind of in the corridor, you realize that the door right the way to the end and to the right also has its door open and isn't really like the rest. The rest of the cells are almost like empty as you knew them to be, but the one you can sort of see through the open door is kind of furnished and has light in it. And yes, there's a chest right at the top of the hall, the corridor that you've gone past.
Okay, I'm going to clock the chest down there because the thing that you've just also said is much more interesting. Does Nyx look like she's going up with Cam, or like this is to Michelle? Does she look like she's sort of like on her way up, or?
I think she's probably hovering near the door with Cam, who's got Hannah, and Lynette, but like Nyx doesn't really want to leave Cam with these two strangers, but also doesn't want to leave Serge down here on his own. So, Serge, what are you doing? We need to go.
There's a room down there. It looks furnished. It might have information about this place, about who these people were.
Okay. Can I, when Serge was talking to Lynette, I just wanted to insight check her to make sure she is like,
roll insight.
is she like, she's doing a very good job if, she's acting. That's not very good, but it is a 10.
You just see in her so much of what you were like. There's a moment when Serge, who is so warm and so instinctively likable and so like good and sort of disarmingly charming with people, he just his instinct is to put his hand forward, and you see her like immediately shy away from being touched, and you just know what that thing of seeing somebody who's so warm wanting to touch you, and you just think, if you fucking touch me, I'll kill you.
Yeah.
You seem lovely, but I'll take your head off if you touch my skin.
Yeah. Okay.
And so you immediately understand what she is like going through. You see yourself in these people a lot.
Okay, Serge, we have to be quick.
What does the old lady's body look like?
You can do a quick scan. I mean, you can't see brilliantly well because
that's fucking hair on my
that's in the way,
face.
and you're on the way out. Yeah, you've got You can roll, or you can tell me your passive perception or whatever you want.
I'm fine. I think I'm trying desperately not to be Nikki.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, then I shall be
One
Nikki
sec.
and Tom.
I think Cam's just going to be come. We go upstairs and then we get some food and maybe some clothes and we get ready and then we go. He's saying that to Lynette.
Okay.
Lynette?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then it's the elven woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, roll persuasion.
Oh, God. 19.
I mean, she's gonna do it, but she's just taking a second. You just see her like looking one last glance around her room that she's in, and sort of a raised snarling lip to the smoldering heap on the ground. But she looks like she's sort of, getting herself ready to follow you up. So she'll be on your.
He's okay. I know it's maybe hard to leave because he's like maybe all you know, but he's maybe if you want, Chamomile can show you a rose. He's a little bit far, but Chamomile he show you maybe the flowers and he has a rose. A nice lady gave me a rose, and maybe I show you.
She just, these sort of piercing green eyes stare at you through the darkness, and you just sort of see this nod.
He's okay. He's come. We see upstairs. And yeah, like
So you're
heading up with Hannah and kind of like not doing, that thing where a dog wants to go somewhere before you do, but it also wants to keep you in eyesight. So it goes ahead, stops, turns around and looks at you and waits for you to get caught up a bit and then goes.
Yeah, I'll say this. She's not really like, she's going to do this on her time.
Yeah, but what I'm saying
right
is
now.
I'm not going, I'm saying that stuff and then just walking the fuck away. Like,
yeah, no. She gets that. I think she's definitely understands, and she's going to do what you want. But she's there's sort of something about her that she's not caught up in your like, that thing. It's a weirdly powerful mechanic of just like helping people out. And she's not really like, she's sticking to her own like tempo with it.
It's been a different day for her.
Yeah, it's a different tempo. It's different. So, Serge, why don't you go and take a little look at the room, if you so wish?
Yeah, just a point of reference. I think the little girl in Cam's arms, Serge knows that he can't really do anything sort of meaningful for her, but he does look at her, and as Cam sort of takes her upstairs, I'm going to be using my mind link to sort of just like hum a little sort of like the tune of a melody of a like lullaby sort of like a long forgotten lullaby from when I was a kid. So like that. So that's that. Like just to sort of try and help in any way I can, kind of thing. And I sort of like look at Nyx and kind of go, do you want to like help? Sort of walk towards the sort of furnished room, I think.
I'm gonna make Serge run though. I'm like, quickly, okay, let's run.
Yeah.
Let's make a game of it.
Yes, we need to
you go into this room, and the lighting in here is incredible because you realize there's like a hole in the ceiling, which definitely with Nyx's passive investigation, you realize it's like a fake well, and it's kind of like this, sort of like a sky. It's acting like a skylight with the way that the sun's coming in, but it's got this purposefully like bricked kind of describe it better. Like the
Yeah.
hole is well bricked, and when you kind of look at it for a second, you realize if you looked at it from the top, it would look like a well. So it's like a fake well that leads. That's how she got down here. Is she bumped to the other side and then climbed down the well. And it is like a study setup. There are open journals. There are corbs around, and quills and scrolls and books and stuff like that. So roll me what you want to roll me for, like a loot check if you want to do that.
I mean, yeah. If it's okay with Nyx, I think we'll roll separately, just because I know for a fact that you're going to do better at it than me.
I'm going to go and have a wee while you guys roll.
I wasn't that 20.
That you're going to roll better than me.
That was my first nat 20 of the game. So
Tom, can I ask, that lullaby that you were singing, did that have a mechanic that went to it, or was that just a nice thing that you were doing?
Oh, that's a really good point, actually. I think I might just do sort of a feature that I now have, which is That's a very good point. I've multiclassed into Bard and I haven't done any inspiration whatsoever so far.
I just think it's really beautiful that your very first bardic inspiration is to comfort a traumatized captive. It's very poetic. I love it, and it's one of your own childhood lullabies that you didn't even know that you remembered, and it comes from this like long forgotten place and it bubbles and it sort of surprises you, and you get this like reflexive memory of being a child with your parents at the farm. And
it's that real melancholic nostalgia kind of thing.
It is, and it has that added thing of like, you couldn't remember that a moment ago, but now you kind of have this clear memory of looking up into the face of your mother, and her singing it to you, and you then echoing it back out through your mind into this little halfling's mind, and it kind of it's a real moment of like, I think this is the first moment of your past coming back to you. Anyway, so what was your loot roll?
I think as I rolled a natural 20 and got a 22, I can only see it. It's only a natural 20 because it's through a fucking wedge of water.
Yeah,
I'm just sort of crying silently to myself as I sort of look. I think, but yeah, 22.
And what did you get, Nyx?
18.
I realise my hair's getting ever closer to Cam's length.
I did what I am very much hoping is my last like home lockdown cut. Wait, where did I put my? The 70,000 little notebooks I have. That is also not it. It's because it's on the computer. Okay, so.
Right. I kept telling Lydia she looked great when we joined the Zoom call, but she just wouldn't fucking have it.
Okay, so here's what Nyx, here's what you find.
Okay.
On the table, you immediately see this ornate box. It is open, and inside it, it looks to have two. It's a box that would hold 2 scrolls, but there's only one right now. There is also a bottle of wine, a nice little like gold ornament on the table, which is like in the shape of a tigery kind of thing, but it's gold, so it's probably worth something. You find a pouch which jingles, so I'm guessing you're not doing a lot of like, oh, let me count this right now.
No.
But it jingles,
all
so
in
you
the
just
bag.
pop it in your pocket. And I'll say this. Additionally, you, Serge, you can sort of see her. She's really busy. Like she's doing this thing she always does, opening drawers and like really getting in there, like she always does. Rude. But you are like, okay, she's got that side of things, and you see a kind of small, like little wood burner built into the wall. It's very small and kind of makeshift, and you just have this thing of like, that'd be a cool hiding place. And you kind of put your hand in and you feel up the little like chimney, and sure enough, you find an additional like sack of things. And in this sack, which is sort of like obviously protected from the ash, you find a set of braces. You find a pouch of gold teeth. And you find a locket with some like gingery bright orange hair in it. Additionally to that, as you're like looking at it, you feel that the stone slab that you're standing on like wobbles, and like moving it underneath is like a pit, like not a pit, but like a hole of a lot of things. There's like a couples of pairs of spectacles, and some shoes, and some empty drawstring pouches, and essentially, I don't need to keep listing, they are tokens from past people, belongings that were taken from them.
Fuck me, this is what literally gets worse and worse. Oh,
I'm so sorry, I'll line it up. Okay, so
and
but those
a puppy.
a puppy. Okay. And I would say you're doing all of this, you get all of this stuff, you're feeling really like moved, you're feeling very desperate with the things that you're coming across. And you're just beginning to have this thought of like, this place is stacked with stuff. We should really rinse it, when you hear Lynette's voice going, "What are you doing? We should go." Coming from like the corridor, she's like standing in the corridor, like kind of still with that energy of like, that big guy told me to go, but I don't, you guys need to come too. And she's looking kind of anxious.
Yeah. Okay. Can I just if there are any sort of like journals that appear to have been sort of like written in on the desk, obviously, we've kind of looted the sort of like valuable stuff, but I want to take anything with writing in it. We've all got bags now, so I put it all in like my bag and sort of just hoik it over my shoulder.
Beautiful, and up you go. You're away.
There's the chest as well. Can I just sort of open the chest on my way through?
You sure fucking can.
Sorry.
No.
Don't apologise, because I'm not going to be the one doing it in this campaign. So someone's got to.
I've never been a loot monkey, but at the same time,
Yeah,
we've
no.
got a few bits and pieces from
Tom's characters have never been loot monkeys. Tom always.
Yeah.
You open the top of the chest, and can you make a Constitution saving throw as suddenly your whole face is caked in like a pale grey yellow powder.
I was fully expecting this, but yet I did nothing about it. That was, oh God, Lydia. Con is +5, so that's a 14.
You immediately take 6 points of poison damage, and you're like trying to wipe off this powder, which just seems, it's almost like pollen kind of spores. And as you like look at it, you see this tray. Essentially, the top of the chest has spikes in it, which were in growing mushrooms. And as you opened it, it like all these spores from the mushrooms puffed up into your face, and you've got like this kind of fungally like pollen type shit all over your face. Next, you just sort of see him do it, and you're like, oh God, you see this like pale yellow face looking back at you going,
I just grab an arm and like guide him out, like, yeah, all right.
Was there anything in there?
I'm not looking
acting is so good. It's really getting to me. But all you can see is like mushrooms and like the sort of crackling polymer.
It was a trick. Come on, you fell for it. Let's go.
Oh, fucking bitch!
I know. We have to go quickly.
Fucking hater. Yeah. Okay.
Oh God. Outside, you can see the carriage people have fucking gone.
Oh,
The carriage is gone. Your mounts are still there because you always had mounts, but the carriage, they just saw trouble and were like, nope, and off they went. Which is fair enough because they are just people. But you see the boggle who is like hopping from one foot to another, now free of the manacle, and like looking and not really sure whether to wait for you or whether like what to do, but is like concerned and has like a small carpet bag in one hand as it's like standing like from one foot to the other, nervously not sure what to do.
Like a taxi driver at an airport parked on double yellows. Before we go, Lydia, can I like lay Hannah down somewhere? Cam's gonna walk back in, just inside the house, grab the coat rack because it's like a hat stand coat rack, right?
Yeah, it's a freestanding one. Yeah.
He's gonna just grab it and upturn it and use because those freestanding motherfuckers have heavy bases, and he's gonna use it to smash the crates full of orbs.
Ah, okay, cool. Yeah. I mean, I'll say roll athletics, but it's really only to say how long that takes, because I think you're fairly determined. You're attempting to not only break it open, but to break the orbs, right?
Breaking the orbs. I rolled 19. Oh no, fuck! I rolled 19 on the dice plus 6, so 25.
That's great. Yeah, you gently lay Hannah down, who's still very groggy and far enough away that you can just go fucking apeshit on these things, and there's like glass shards flying everywhere. Yeah. You guys eventually, having done all of your looting, you kind of come up just to sort of see the tail end of this moment that Cam's having. And Lynette is coming up behind you. And she steps out into like the light for the first time, and like looks at the farm, and it's like steps forward and goes, "There's only 3."
There was a carriage, but unfortunately that's gone. We sort of new at this. This is the first time we've done this.
It's okay. I'll walk. I think I'll walk.
No, you can ride. We'll walk.
He'll walk. His Nix, his you, his Hannah, his Surge can Surge.
Can we pair up? Like, could Nix and Hannah be on one, so I could be looking at her, and then could Surge and Lynette be on another, and then Cam on his own? Would that be too much weight, or would it be like
he's okay?
It wouldn't be.
His camel
so
walk.
Here's the thing.
Lynette maybe has.
I think. Yes, exactly that. I think that if you say that out loud, and I think you immediately see her facial expression of panic at having to be up close with somebody, and Cam says it at the same time, you kind of realize. I think what I said, you could share a farm with Hannah. It's going to be kind of awkward because, you gave her how much healing? I don't think I ever actually wrote it down how much healing you gave her.
8 hit points.
She's still very weak.
Yeah.
And she will not necessarily be able to hold herself up because she's still kind of like woozy. So it'll be fine as long as you're not trying to go at any pace, and you're not, you will have to be negotiating not only the barn but trying to keep her upright. Unless
could Cam like walk our farm?
That's what I was
thinking. So
then
I've just got to keep a hold of her up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Before we get set up, his maybe we can his do the fire?
Yes, I was thinking that, but we really have to go if someone turns up.
He's be quick.
Okay,
He's be quick. He's
Do you want
and
to do
then
it, or
he's he can't. He's I can't.
okay, keep on Hannah.
Yeah, and then just before they go in, I'm gonna go up to Letitia. Lynette, fucking sorry. Sorry,
It's okay. You've got the names. We've got the names bang on so many times. I don't know where.
No, I've been having a conversation about how to pronounce that name because I had to stop someone at work calling a client Letitia.
No.
No.
Sorry, that's why that's there. Cam's gonna go up to Lynette and go. He's I know this. He's maybe strange. He's wants to make sure that you. I have a rock that is really smooth and is really nice, and I think maybe it would be okay if you held it for some time. And he's gonna like pull the rock out of his little like waistcoat pocket and like hand it over.
What's your passive insight?
Fuck all, Lydia.
You're a barbarian. You might be wise.
I'm not.
Oh.
My passive insight, which is what 10 plus your insight, 10 plus your wisdom, right?
It's there at the bottom.
Yeah.
Oh, passive insight. Oh yeah, 11.
11.
She like and I'll say like anyone else looking would probably see her. She kind of there's a bit of like haughty scorn as she takes the stone, but then she kind of rubs it, and when she thinks Cam isn't looking, she's like,
"It's a nice stone."
Could I please?
A fucking great.
Serge genuinely wants to make sure that these two people are okay. I would like to cast detect thoughts. Yeah, I couldn't give a shit. I would like to cast detect thoughts again. I don't want to probe deep into her mind or anything like that, but I want to know that she is kind of stable enough for us to kind of get going, if that makes sense. Like I want to. So basically, I want to read the sort of like surface emotions that she's sort of going through currently, if that's okay.
What I would like from you is to let me know if she's aware of the fact that you're going to do that, because I think it's the other part to take thoughts when you push a bit harder to really work it out when they know.
So,
and I think
so specifically, I want to just sort of like make sure that like there's no sort of feelings of immediate feelings of ill will towards us, immediate feelings of I can't do this, I need a minute, immediate feelings of do you know what I mean, like and that surface emotion sort of stuff she can't feel.
Okay, so surface emotion is about let's go. It's that feeling. And with Hannah, you get this. You know, her thoughts are extremely fuzzy because she's extremely. But what you get is this sort of happiness, tentative happiness, because she can smell fresh air for the first time. And then you don't need detect thoughts to hear her stomach rumbling. But you just get this thing of like, she can smell a tiny bit of sap from a nearby tree, and it just makes her heart beat a little bit faster because it's an outside smell. It's not a dank inside smell.
Do we have any?
Off you go.
Oh,
do we have any rations?
Fire to the place first. Sorry. I thought that was the whole point of that. Was I'm going to go in and
set fire while that was happening
to the ground. That's what I'm doing while they're having really wholesome moments.
Oh yes,
that's also wholesome.
I'm so sorry. There's nothing unwholesome about burning a house to the ground. How do you go about doing it?
I think Nyx is gonna probably. She doesn't really know much, but last time she found some alcohol, I think. Yeah. So she's probably just going to try and do the same thing, and if she can't find a way, then
Set something on fire.
just set something on fire and be like, well, I hope maybe the whole place will burn down, maybe it'll just smoke a bit and be a bit shitty, but I've tried.
You know, the fire in the hearth is going. There's
Perfect.
that incredible sweet smelling concoction is coming from a cauldron over the hearth that is now like boiling over a little bit.
Perfect.
Which it just seems like the most ridiculous huge cauldron of like spiced hot chocolate over the thing. You're like, fuck, how much hot chocolate did this bitch need? And you see shelves of one of the like top shelves. You'd have to get a chair and like climb up to get it, but there's like a row of what looks like hard liquor.
Cool.
So if you took a second, you could like spray it all over the place, and you could use a taper from the fire, and it would take you a little bit of time. But you've done it before. So
Yeah, I've done it
do
before.
again.
I'll do it again. Yeah, I imagine she's like kind of just picking these bottles and just smashing them all over the place, and then like grabbing curtains or bit of fabric and like throwing an edge into the fire to be like, that'll
do its
lead
bit,
you.
yeah.
And yeah, like it's not perfect. You know, she's not the greatest arsonist, but she's trying.
And I think honestly, as long as you do your best,
Yeah.
there's no wrong way to
It's
arson.
the second time she set a house on fire, you know.
There is no wrong way to burn down an abuser's home.
Yeah.
And I think that's what
what's
we
important,
can,
yeah.
as long as we take from that, as long as we try to burn down an abuser's home,
Yeah.
I think it's okay.
Then I will come out and join these guys.
Okay, it takes a bit of time. I'd say by the time, let's see, because you woke up, you already did quite a lot of traveling that day, so it's already the afternoon. You've done all of this, you've taken time. It is twilight by the time you leave, and boys, I'd say this, you know, it takes a few hours and you're just starting to like look back towards the house going, what is she doing? And you just see the flames, like you hear the smash of a window and flames licking up as you see like Nick stepping out of the house, like hat silhouetted against the flames. And she's like, let's go.
When we're sapping up, Cam's going to walk over to a tree and just put his hand on a tree and put his head to the tree and use speech of beast and leaf and just go, he's maybe will get a little warm for a bit, and he's sorry, but he's to maybe sorry, it's just the place that was here is hurting the people, but once it goes, you can have the space. It's yours now. And just sort of like get what was my farm's name?
Like the equivalent of like whispering to a tree, at least it's more important than a gender reveal party. Walking away.
It's giving back to the earth, and my farm's name is like Steve or something, which is the one I'm
Daniel. Jonathan.
I have a question. Is there a H in Jonathan, or is he one of those without?
No, he's got there's an H there.
But yeah, so I'll get hold of Jonathan, who has Nyx and Hannah on, and then we'll kind of set out.
Yeah.
I think the intention is to travel until day, and then get into the brush and sleep through the day, and then travel again and get back in sort of like morning.
Yeah. Is treasure there? Speaking of Malloy, is treasure around?
Roll perception.
Yeah, ash from the earth.
They're insulting you. It's not me. They said it.
We love you, Malloy. Keep doing it.
That's an 18. Also, it's probably dropped by now.
He's up a tree. He's gonna fucking drop bear us.
You don't see anything. No, I'm not in the mood for that.
All right, then
no.
I'm just dropping a bit of Tani in case he wants to follow us. Non-poisoned.
If I see this little rat, I'm gonna fucking boot it.
You walk for a few hours. You don't see any little green fella, and you walk for most of the night. You don't really get all the way through the night before you realize that both Lynette and Hannah need to stop. My God. So you'll, while it's still dark out, you kind of push to the side and set camp, unless you really to march, which is entirely up to you. You're the boss.
I'm very happy with that.
Yeah.
So you set up at the side of the road. The Farn are sort of tethered to trees. How, you know, do you make a dinner? Do you light a fire? How do you do it?
We need to be careful. We can't have anyone seeing us. We'll cook them a nice meal. I will.
Maybe no fire.
Yeah, I don't. They'll be cold though. Is it like you need the fire for warmth, or is it just it'd be handy for cooking?
No, this is like a real jungly type thing. It doesn't really. It's not like desert where it gets very cold at night.
Yeah.
The tree canopy helps keep a lot of the warmth in, and it's kind of a humid heat a lot of the time. So you wouldn't need it. It would only be if you wanted hot food or light or comfort for it.
I have some jerky from those people that attacked
From
us.
someone's fucking pocket.
Yeah, from someone's pocket. I've been gathering pocket food for a while.
Pocket jerky.
So I'll hand that out, yeah, I think we should maybe. I need to look over Hannah and check her wounds, but I also think we should, between the three of us, keep watch.
I think that's wise. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm happy to take first watch, or do you want to take first watch because you're thingy?
I'd rather take first watch because if it's like, if I'm taking my watch when the sun rises, then we're fucked.
I should probably take a later watch just so that I can actually watch.
Yeah, that's bad.
If
So
that's all right.
next Cam and then Serge.
Serge. And yeah, I'll just check over. You know, just because I've got a medicine kit, I'll like change her bandages, give her some food, make sure she's hydrated, that stuff.
Yeah, I think once she eats some food and like washes it down with some water that you have, she kind of seems to be able to keep herself awake. Those like lavender kind of eyes are looking at you through all that hair and says, who are you? How did you come to us?
I'm Nyx. I'm Nyx, and I'll point to Cam and Serge. That's Cam, that's Serge. The three of us, we escaped a house like that not so long ago, and when we got wind that there might be more, we thought we'd try and help you escape.
And who's that? She like points to the dark-haired elf.
That's Lynette. Apparently she was being held captive down there with you.
Right. You should put me further away from everybody else. It's not safe to have me around.
Something what?
It isn't safe to have me near people.
Why is that?
Because sometimes random shit happens around me.
Okay.
I'm very good at like controlling it.
Okay.
It's not as bad as I was better than some other people. I've stayed alive, but you shouldn't take me back to like the city or anything. I don't know where you're going, but I will hurt people.
Okay. Well, so far so good. Duly noted. I assume it's weird magical things that happen to you. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I think it might be kind of all right if I'm just... When it first started to happen, it would just happen at random moments, but I think now it mainly happens when I'm I think it mainly just happens when. Sorry, I thought I heard something in the bushes.
It's just that weird cat. Don't worry about it.
It's just Treasure taking a squatting shit, but like opening the bush to make eye contact while he's doing it.
Fucking sounds like a quasit eating a sweetie. I think I'm not sure, but
I just dropped one more.
but
Yeah.
It didn't happen for a while, and then it happened recently because I tried to cast a spell, and then it happened.
Okay. Well, there's people who are looking into that sort of thing, and I think so. To keep everyone safe, just don't try to cast any spells. Just be relaxed. Everything's gonna be okay.
Where are we going then?
Well, we'll go to the city first. At least.
Which city?
Arroway Haven.
Oh, fuck. Okay, I don't think I can go to Arroway Haven.
No, why not? Is it too big?
It's just, I'm from Arroway Haven. There's lots of people there, and there's lots of people that I really like, and I'll kill them, I think.
Okay. I don't know the situation well enough to comment, but I think if the fact that you don't want to hurt them carries a lot of weight. But your name's Hannah.
You just see like her eyes begin to like brim with tears. How long have you been in from? Do you live in Arroway Haven? I don't know how long it's been since I've been there.
Well, we've been there for like, what's it been, like a week?
Not even, right?
Like, not even a week.
It's like 3 days?
We broke out about like 4 or 5 days ago, so, you know, we don't have, you know, that was the closest place.
Okay.
But if there's maybe people looking for you, friends, family.
Oh God.
It'll be okay.
I left someone important behind. They must have thought that I just left them. But maybe it's just better if I stay away and they think that I did leave.
No, you can't, because...
Well, she'll die if I go. I can't be with her now.
Yes, you can. You can be with her now. Nothing's changed. You'll find her because you promised her you'd find her, okay?
Okay. Thanks for this tough meat you gave me.
Yeah, I found it in a man's pocket. A man we murdered.
Oh no! What?
Oh, they were very bad people. It was survival.
Oh, okay. Are you like official people, or are you just?
Oh,
Official people.
we're not.
Like, are you custers?
No, goodness, no, definitely not. We're like, okay, so Cam over there, the guy who carried you, he's a very lovely. He'd been in our house, since he was like very little. Serge was a little bit older, but he's been in there all that time. And I think I was there for about 4 or 5 years maybe. But I can't really remember my life before. But I know that I have someone out there waiting for me, and I know she wants to find me. So I'm sure your friend wants to find you too.
Yeah. She's lovely. I was going to get a job as a custer, and they said that they'd go and send me to get training, and that was a couple of years ago.
I feel like cogs wearing. Do you think it would be rude to wake up someone? I assume Lynette's sleeping or trancing?
She's like on her side, like curled up, like she's got the stone that he gave her, like to her chest, and her eyes are shut.
Okay, right. Well, that can wait till morning. It's not important. So who's your friend?
My friend?
Yeah, what's your friend's name?
She no, she's not a custer. She works. She's a waitress.
Oh, okay. Where does she work?
Just in like one of the places in the.
Okay.
You've only been there for a few days. You probably wouldn't know, but
Probably not.
really pretty.
Is she? Well, I'm sure she will be excited to see you. Like I said, we've met a couple of people who are better at understanding this stuff. They've actually gone to another house to see if they can help some people out. But they will know how best to take care of you and make sure you don't hurt anyone else in a much more safer way than I'm sure has happened to you before.
Look, I'm going to be a bit morbid now. You'll have to pardon me, but if I don't make it, will you find my friend? Her name's Kath. She is a really pretty goblin. She works in a cafe called the Cat and the Custard Pot. Tell her that I meant to come back, and it's all right if she moved on, but I love her.
Well, you know, I don't know if this is good news or not, because if you don't make it, I guess it won't make much of a difference. But when I last saw her, she didn't have a ring on her finger or anything, so you might
It's
be
like a little smile.
Oh God, what if she's moved on?
Right, well, I'm gonna have a little sleep now. I'm kind of tired.
Yes, yes. Look, if you have any issues or anything, let me know. You know, like if any of your wounds are giving you pain or whatever, let me know.
Mainly just my toes feels kind of weird, and it hurts, throbs quite a bit.
Yeah.
But it's been throbbing for a while. They fell off a while ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. I'll take a look at them. You sleep. I'll take a look at them again in the morning. Okay? Oh, right.
The fuck? Is she a cat and someone stood in her tail? Like
She just immediately went to sleep and started went into deep REM sleep and snoring. Okay, so why don't you give me your watch roll, your perception roll.
Give me a watch. 11.
Okay. You're listening to there's a lot of jungle noises, but they mostly sound to you like cats in the branches and things crawling around in the undergrowth that feel like normal, spiders and shit, and nothing kind of happens that makes you concerned. In your little section of your watch, you go and wake up Cam.
Yeah. Cam, do you have dark vision?
Nope.
Okay. I will give Cam...
He's okay.
No?
He's okay.
I mean, I'd only give you for an hour, so yeah. Good night. And next chances, eyes wide open.
It is still pretty dark.
I think Cam's gonna are any bugs about Lids?
Yeah, it's the jungle. There's all kinds of weird.
Yeah, I think he's just gonna sort of put his hand into the undergrowth bit and kind of like just lift it up when he feels something crawling and just be like, "Hello."
You're gonna get cut.
There's like one of those caterpillars moving along your hand that's extremely fluffy, that's like edging its way along your hand.
"Hello, I'm chamomile." He's
like raises back on its like kind of raises its front bit up. So look at you. I'm not going to do a caterpillar expression. I don't know what caterpillar expressions are.
He's very dark hair. His chamomile, he'll not see too good, but he's nice. He's lots of plants. Do you like plants? That's okay. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I don't want to talk, and it's just. And then sometimes it's like, maybe I want to say the words, but I don't know. Sometimes it's just like, how was your day? Miss, if is have a nice day. And just sort of like put.
Oh my god, socially awkward with a caterpillar is a fucking mood.
His bye bye, but his bye bye, Mr. Bug.
The bug like scooches its way along. It picks up a little bit of fallen leaf. It scooches back. It like places the leaf on your leg, and then it starts to scooch away again into like the undergrowth. Give me a disadvantaged watch roll.
Perception.
And if you don't think that little bit of leaf is going in my motherfucking pocket, then you've got nothing coming. Then you don't know my boy. Disadvantaged perception, I think is 14. Yeah, also, I think really furry caterpillars are the poisonous ones.
Your hand is sort of like just twice the size now. It's like Mickey.
Now I've got a
Mickey
club
Mouse's
hand. Yeah. I'm gonna say this. You don't see very much until you suddenly hear Serge, who's been a little bit restless in his sleep, suddenly go, "Oh no!" And he runs at the poison that he took earlier begins to truly take effect in his system, and he gets the poison condition in which manifests itself as the terrible shit.
Diarrhea.
And
that's what it looks like coming out of.
Like he does a panicked run. He can't really see very well, and he's trying to find a even slightly modest place to everywhere he goes, like trying to pull his trousers down. He realizes he's looking straight back at you, and he hasn't found a place at all.
Don't look at me! Don't look at me! I didn't even have coffee. Oh no!
And it kind of wakes up the boggle, who's sort of sleeping in a puddle of its own black ooze. And what happens is you're looking at all of that stuff, and it just sort of wakes you up because there's now like shrieking a little way off, and you see something that takes you by surprise, which is that your bag, which is nearby, is open. And there are little green paws holding the edges of the bag up. You can't see the thing. You can just see the fingers as the lip of bag is open. And a little bit further off, you can see a silhouette.
I'm going to look into the bag.
Well, as you kind of lean round and you see like the horns of Treasure. Treasure looks at you and goes, and grabs a bunch of things from inside your bag and starts to.
I'll grab it. I'll absolutely grab it.
Okay, let's do a little reflex off. Let's do a quick dexterity.
I want treasure.
Natural 1 from Treasure.
Dirty 20.
I just shit a demon. I just shit a demon.
Treasure got a natural 1, so you have Treasure who is like really wriggling in your hand.
Who's the silhouette off to the distance, Lydia?
Well, you can't see who
What,
it is.
What size are they?
Normal.
I'm gonna stand up and walk
You got a
towards
14 on your looking, so you're holding the closet.
I've got Treasure, and I'm gonna walk towards the silhouette.
It is Lynette, who looks at the closet in your hand and goes, "Put him down." As the magic begins to fade, you can
Fucking
see
twat.
I'm gonna
the looks of
big
this
boy
beautiful
roar.
elven figure begin to change as she gets wider and heavier set, and she says again, "Put Treasure down."
I'm gonna do a roar, and I'm gonna bite Treasure with my whole, not my, but just like.
Okay.
Not the whole of Treasure, just like an arm or like
Let's have
a
a
whole
quick-
leg.
Let's have a quick initiative. I think what with it being like 10 to 10, we can't really get into things, but let's just for the spice of how things kick off.
A question, Lydia. Am I part of this?
You're
Yeah,
pooping.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. This fight is not gonna look super cool for you, because your trousers are down at your ankles and you're shitting everywhere. But you are, and you have the poison condition, but you got 2 hands, so.
Can I just say, I fucking love that I got scored directly in the face, and the cleric who has a fucking healer's kit just went, "Come on." That was it. I'm just.
Well, to be fair, yeah, she didn't actually do a medicine check on you. She was just like, "Oh, fuck."
I didn't know
okay,
you were poisoned. You were just had shit in your face. I thought you would just wash it off and be fine.
Treasure got a natural 20 on their initiative. Lynette Stroke, the lady, is only got a 9.
I got a dirty 20, so should Treasure wish to go anywhere apart from inside my mouth, they're going to need to do a contested grapple.
I don't have. I mean, they will go before you, I think, in the initiative order, because I just need to double check. But their dexterity is very good, so with a natural 20, they will get more.
Liz, I'm raging. I'm fucking raging, and I've got excellent athletics. Let's fucking do it.
Okay, so Treasure goes first because they have a +3 and they got a natural 20 on their initiative. But all they're literally going to do is claw at you. Oh my god, it's a natural 20 again. This dice that you've got me, guys. You spoil me.
Claw at me to break the grapple?
No.
Oh.
It's just doing some damage. It's just doing damage. That's all. And it doesn't do a lot. You know, it's quite simply little tiny claws scratching away. But that is already 4 + 4, so that is 12 points of damage as your hand is just shredded by these claws, as it's like, "Get me a fucking cat!" And now it's your go. You roar and bite down into this squirming little mass.
24 to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bite him.
Well, because it's a bite, I heal off of this. And that is 10 points of damage.
That's exactly how many hit points it has. It goes, and kind of bursts into this cloud of orangey red smoke as you bite down into it, and you see the expression of the woman harden at you. And I think what we'll do is we'll stop there.
Cool. And can we just bear in mind that I do have my bonus action?
Oh, do your bonus action. Do your bonus action. Do your bonus action.
What's your bonus action rate? Oh, did you rage before?
I raged and then we went into initiative. My bonus action is hidden step. I'm invisible, bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. All right. So remind me next time, guys. Nyx is trancing.
Yeah.
Surge is shitting.
Yep, I've got a 17
Cam is
on
invisible.
my initiative, by the way.
You got what? Let's write it down.
17 on my initiative.
I'm trying to sleep.
A really dirty 17.
Yeah.
The dirtiest. I have a question for you, Lydia, and it's very important.
Yeah.
Did I get my rest in?
Yeah. You did.
That was very kind of you, and I will appreciate this.
Yeah, I'll allow it. It does mean, yeah.
Or can we call it a short rest?
I think it would be
I'd feel better if it was a short rest. Yeah.
Yeah, let's call it that.
You would have slept again once while Surge was still
we will do Nyx's initiative next time because she that shout would have woken you up, but essentially you'll be involved next round.
Yeah.
So I think what we'll do is we'll kick off next session with Surge's go, because Cam has already had his go.
Yeah.
Then it'll be Surge. Then it's the woman. Cool. Well, fuck, guys.
We're back, baby.
We're back.
We're back in a big way.
In a big way.
Back with a
Thank
fucking
you,
bang,
everybody. Yeah. Thank you, everybody, for sticking with us, for coming back to our glorious return. We will be here next week. We're going to keep going with the Wicked Wednesdays as much as we possibly can. We will also be back on Sunday for some Divinity Original Sin, if we can. And we will also be back, I think we provisionally said possibly Thursday afternoons for some Dragon Age 2. But thank you so much. Nikki, do you have anything to add?
No. Thank you very much, mods. Thank you very much, me and Tom, for donating, for subscribing and donating subscriptions. And thank you very much, Lambert, for raiding with your party for two. I'm gonna, because we're not doing too many like channel point stuff, I'm gonna make some community ones where you guys can all donate your channel points too. Let me know in the Discord what kind of things you would like to see. Thank you very much, Poison, for slapping that Discord stuff in. Join us in the Discord where we will no doubt be talking about all of that.
Yeah.
Bye.
Love you guys.
We're back, baby.